Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sallystampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you a nice new version of my cube tissue box cover. They are quite pretty nowadays, but I quite find sometimes you don't find them to fit your decor in your rooms, so it's nice to change them and cover them. And so I went with the Tea Boutique. I just love cups of tea, and I thought I haven't used a lot of the new in colour Tahitian Tide, and also the other one I'm going to use today is the Parakeet Party. As I say, just love it. Now you do need to have 12 by 12 for this, 12 by 12 cardstock, which again I seem to have quite a bit of, so I thought, right, I need to make a project to use them. So yeah, my tissue box, super cute, super easy. So yeah, let's go ahead and make it. So 2 pieces of cardstock, 9 by 9.5, 23 by 24 centimetres. On the long side, you're going to score at 5 inches, 12.5 centimetres. I'm going to do that on both pieces. And then you're going to rotate anti-clockwise, and we're going to score the short side at 4.5 and 8.5 inches, which is 11.5 and 21.5 centimetres. Oops, I have less of you moving. Okay, move that out of the way, and then we're just going to fold and burnish these score lines. I did try and find a universal brand of cubed tissues, but unfortunately I couldn't find any, so I had to just get the supermarket's own brand. I actually have Tesco, but I would like to think that they will be standard for most pieces. Okay, so once we've done that, we then need to top sections. So with your thin edge to the right, your top sections we need to separate. So we're going to cut down here on both pieces. Okay. Then on the narrower sections, turn that round. So on the narrower sections, which are the pieces with the extra bit, if you like, we need to trim them down by 1 inch. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this in here and trim down 1 inch or 2.5 centimetres on both pieces. So trim 1 inch off, like so. Not sure that was right, but we'll roll with that. Let me just double check my... No, I think I've written down what I've done right. And then on... Right, so on the larger pieces now, you need to trim these by 1/2 inch. Or 1 centimetre. So 1/2 inch off there and 1/2 inch off there. Right. Okay. You then need to you can't join them together yet because they won't fit in your big shot if you do that. I'm just... Oh, I know what I've done. Silly me. Rewind. I didn't read my notes properly. This needs to be taken down to 1 inch. So put your score line on the 1 inch and then take them down. That's better. That makes more sense. Doesn't it? 1 inch. Right. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm happier now. So, the narrower section down to 1 inch. Take away this very small piece that you've got left here. Gee, bless me. So take away this little bit you've got left. Okay. Now we need our stitched circles, stitched shapes rather, and we're going with that one. Yes. So 3rd one in or 4th one from the centre, whichever way you want to look at it. And then we're going to mark the centre of this part. No, we're not. No, we're not, because we'll do these. Oh, they do line up. Crikey. I had a bit of an issue with the previous one. That's why this is being a nuisance. So yeah, find your centre point. So for me, these are 4. So 2 is the centre point there, and then 4.5, so 2 1/4. So that's my centre point. So where's that gone? So I'm going to use my scoring tool to push that through. That will mark the centre on that one and also the centre on that one. Bring in your cut and emboss. You will need the big one for this. And then if you tuck this in and that in as such, you can then fit this on without it affecting anything. You've got your centre mark. Pop your plate on, and I actually don't need to go all the way through, I just need to go through enough for it to do my die cutting. And then I'm going to do exactly the same for this one. Hang on, I remembered now. For this one, I'm going to use the next size up, and this will become apparent in a moment. So next size up for one of your die cuts. So that's done that one. Let's just get that off, move that out of the way. So now we can adhere this one onto that one. So some wet glue here, and line these 2 sections up like so, and then add our DSP. So I have 2 that are 4 1/4 by 4 3/4, and 2 that are 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. So you will need 2 that are 11 by 12 and 2 that are 9.5 by 12. I alternated the DSP here just for a bit of interest, if nothing else, and I didn't want to use the same pattern on all 4 sides either, so or use 4 sheets of DSP. So yeah, pop these on, and once they're on, we can then glue this piece onto here. So line those up. hold it just for a second. Should have used dry glue, shouldn't I? Should have used Seal Plus for this bit. Okay. Stop sliding. Leave it a second while I put the lid on. Okay, and then if you bring your box of tissues in, you can then find the end. There we go. This will sit over the top, and then tuck that just down for a second. So pop these sides down, add a little bit of adhesive onto them. The larger circle will then go down first. And then when this one goes down, the reason we had a larger circle was because if, I don't know if you can see, if not, that's not exactly central. So we would have had overlapping, whereas the larger gives you a chance to allow for any mistakes, if you like. And then just some glue on here, fold that down, and there you go. That is your cube tissue cover. I think they're really lovely, don't you? Very summery as well. Thanks for joining me. Hope to see you all again very soon.